gash them and light them. For all the wickedness the tango them a bring, gash them and light them. For all the RPGs them a bring, gash them and light them. For all the cat vehicles them a bring, gash them and light them. For all the blatant fuckeries them a bring. Tiles.
Watch the ride.
Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with some more, yeah, you guessed it, Battlefield Hardline action style, celebrating 200 hours of investment in this game. Now some people might be of the contrary opinion that I've wasted 200 hours on this game, but that's up to them, that's down to them, that's their opinion. But for me, I've enjoyed playing this game for as long as I've been playing it. And I wanted to feature a map that within my very first experience of playing this map, it instilled so much fear and trauma in my being, which is the block map. You know, when I started playing Conquest, Small Conquest, this was the map that featured heavily more than any other map. So it was more or less on speed dial when I started playing. Like I said, my experience wasn't very nice at all. I found myself in the spawn location, in the kitchen, with my teammates, making sandwiches, making cups of tea while we've been peppered with gas grenades, smoke grenades, incendiary devices, and every other freaking thing that could be thrown at us, including the kitchen sink. And for me, that was the factor that almost made me trade the game in. I will not lie, you know, it was tear-inducing. But as I advanced in the game and learned how to play the map with good comms, a good loadout, adapting to every situation that may come within the block map, I learned that there was a quick turnaround to be had, a great turnaround to be had. And for numerous amount of times, I knew what it felt like to be on the winning side, much more than how it felt to be on the losing side in the block map. And as a result, I regarded the block map as somewhat of a training map. I mean, if there's any map you need to really train on to kind of get a rough feel of how you need to play in any other map, this is the map, the block map. Because if you play on any other map that are pretty much bigger in scope, you know, it will keep your gunplay tight. Because in this map, it's all tight, it's very claustrophobic and very intense to play. And that was the experience that made me like this map and indeed the game even more. Now, why do I like the block map? A, there's no vehicles. I mean, Small Conquest, that's what I'm talking. There's no vehicles in Small Conquest. Well, there's no vehicles in this map in Small Conquest. So you don't have peeps driving around in your cat vehicles, in their cat vehicles, and killing you from like half a mile away. It's just unfair, in my opinion. It's not balanced in that regard. But that's how they play, you know. But in the block map, none of that shit. 2, no camping. You can't camp in this map for more than freaking 10 seconds. However, I've noticed that there was a couple of people that had like 30 plus kills on this map, which makes me wonder where the fuck were they camping to get that many kills? Do you know what I mean? But, you know, I'm not that type of player. And third, teamwork. I don't even really need to expand more on that. I mean, with the amount of people that's in each side of the game, 4 people, 3 people can basically monitor one spawn point, not one spawn point, one capture point, one conquest point at one time. There are so many people that use the tactic of being mob-handed, which doesn't really work, because if you're being mob-handed on one capture point, you're gonna leave 2 points open. And 2 people, 3 people, 4 people can go on that capture point and capture it very easy, you know. The object is to more or less capture 2 points at one time. That's it. You don't have to try and capture all 3. Makes no sense. But anyway, I'm stating the obvious. It's a no shit Sherlock alert. Yeah, I know to some people, but you know, it's just common sense. Last weekend, me and my squad been playing, and I have to say, you know, our collective experiences weren't that great, simply because of the servers. You know, we were just playing in crappy servers that weekend, and we weren't really having a good time of it. You know, to the point where, you know, my good mate was basically saying, you know what, I'm done with this game for a little while, don't really want to play it no more. And I understand that. You know, I do understand that. But, and I said the same thing. But then on making this video, I realized how much I've improved and how much I like the game and how much I want the game to be, you know, I don't know, better in terms of its working. You know, I just want it to be better in terms of its working. You know, us being matched up with good servers, you know, clean, functioning servers that work to its optimum capacity for us to enjoy the game. Likewise, you know, I don't think there's so much to ask in that respect. So we wasn't really feeling it. Another thing I noticed was that Battlefield Hardline had a massive price drop. Obviously because of the game not selling well and them wanting people to buy the game, and also noticing that a lot of new people has bought the game. Now, I don't consider that a bad thing at all, because I think that is good for people to speak with their wallets and buy a game once it's in fully working order. I think that's a good example to set and be set. You know, too often we buy games on day one and we experience the crap that we experience, and we tend not to play the game because of that. But then when late adopters to the game joins in, they get a better experience, i.e. Battlefield 4. That was the same thing that happened to me with Battlefield 4. Bought the game from day one and my experiences wasn't really that joyful to begin with, and I stopped playing the game because of Destiny. Played more of Destiny than I played Battlefield 4, and then they made all these fixes and what have you, and the game became better to play. But from my perspective, I wasn't leveling up that great. I was like a level 30 odd, and in comparison to me playing Destiny and in fact Battlefield Hardline, I leveled up so much on those two games. And when I looked at Battlefield 4, I just thought I wasn't really putting a dent into that game. Do you know what I mean? And rather than having to basically slog it out, which is the best thing you can do in any shooter to level up yourself and what have you, I decided to just give Battlefield 4 a break. But that game is being, what's the word? That game is being looked after. You know, attention is being paid to that game in terms of patches and stuff like that. And, you know, it can't be a bad thing. You know, Battlefield 4, I know, is a game that I won't trade in comparison to Call of Duty Ghosts, Killzone Shadow 4, which I would trade in a heartbeat. But Battlefield 4, I think I'm just going to have to put more time into it. Makes me wonder how long it's going to take before Battlefield 5 comes out. I know this is a game that's providing a stopgap between 4 and 5, but it just makes me wonder, okay, well, when is Battlefield 5 going to come in so I can start properly? But if it doesn't happen anytime soon, yeah, I'm going to have to get into Battlefield 4 and just level up. But I do enjoy playing both games. I do enjoy playing both games. I still think with Battlefield Hardline there are balance issues. There are definite netcode issues. There are definite server issues in the game that needs to be addressed, and from all accounts we're going to be getting a patch. I think it's the end of June, and also I think that the Criminal Activity DLC is going to be rolling out around that time as well. So they're gonna really need to fix the game somewhat in that respect. But overall, I do enjoy playing the game. You know, I do enjoy playing the game more than not enjoy playing the game, and that's just down to technical situations. That leaves me with that thought. But there is no doubt in my mind that I've improved significantly with my skill in playing Battlefield Hardline. And in turn, that will probably happen with Battlefield 4 when I level up. But for now, I just can't move from Battlefield Hardline. It's just one of those games. And ironically enough, this game that I've played on my own because my squad members weren't around or they were just busy doing other things, you know, played really good in it. Didn't do too bad. So there are some games you play well by yourself. There are some games you play well with your squad mates. There are some games you play, you know, crap, vice versa. You know, it's just the nature of the beast, I guess. And it's not necessarily down to your playing, it's just down to the technical side of things. But 200 hours plus on this game, and I'm enjoying it so far. My next game that I'm going to be getting is Payday, the Crime Wave edition. Simply because I enjoyed playing Payday, the heist, a lot. And the price is good, £30. It's not bad, considering you're going to get all the DLC with it as well. So, you know, I think a good precedent is being set by reboots and what have you being sold at a cheaper price, and so they should. Simply because that we cannot be paying extra for an experience that we paid less for on previous consoles. Just because it's a PlayStation 4, that doesn't mean we have to pay PlayStation 4 prices for a PS3 game. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, looking forward to that. DLC, yeah, mentioned that as well. And liking the game. One of my teammates is looking on taking a break. I don't know if I'll be taking a break. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I mean, I've got some footage to put up still on my channel. But whether or not I'll be playing the game tonight, who knows? I don't know. But 200 hours plus, and it's safe to say that I do enjoy the game so far. So it's with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu for now. And as always, you know the coup. Whatever the game, whatever the platform, whatever the media, whatever the format, happy gaming, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what it's truly about. Happy gaming. I don't care what game you're playing. If you're happy playing it, I'm happy playing it for you. Or I'm happy playing with you. What am I saying? I'm happy for you. What the fuck am I saying? At the end of the day, gaming wins. Gaming wins. I don't care what game you like or what game you don't like. Don't be hating other people because they like a particular game. You know what I mean? Makes no sense. You don't win. You know what I mean? Gaming wins. Because you're still spending your money on games you like as opposed to games you don't like. So who wins? Gaming is the correct answer. But anyway, I'm out of here. And until I catch you guys on the next one, I'm going to leave you with the tail out of this game for you to somewhat marvel at my improving skills in the block map, in Battlefield Hardline, 200 hours plus. And with that, stay blessed. We're gone.